Hello everybody, my name is Meta. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the trilogy. We are continuing with episode 5, day 2, the investigation. So we did continue the trial in the last episode. Yeah, and now we're here. I think we're done talking to her. So I think we can move on now. Yeah, I think we can move on now. Present? I don't think we have anything else to present to her. Oh yeah, and then we have a steak lunch, which we have to give over to the marshal. To Jake Marshall. Yeah. Okay. I think we can examine around. Look, a door. This must mean something. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Have I ever looked at the ladder before? Aha! A ladder! That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of the thing, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. The phone? Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure? What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's just broken. Oh wait, I already looked at these stuff, didn't I? My bad. What's this? This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose. Aha! The theory of relativity. What? I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know. Was Mr. Relativity German or was he British? Mr. Relativity, are you sure that was his name? Right. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. Wait. This. So this is the famous divider. Sure helped us knock a hole in that testimony today. Come to think of it, this divider helped our case more than the actual witness. The Great Divider, a chip of the old parking block. It's just a wall, scientifically speaking. Okay, I think we can move now to here. February 23, Police Department entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. The detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk. Here it is. She's like a kid in an amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Alright, let's go take a look. Guard station. Guard station or... No, guard station. Yay! Also, the decor in this place is very eccentric. Eccentric. I think I said that wrong. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime? Sure seems that way. Oh! What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is the guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Yeah, me too. And I'm excited. Okay, so... Oh, examine? Let's look around. It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says, recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. Uh-huh. There's a security guard uniform hanging there. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy, a paunchy, a pinchy... I know, a poochie. A poncho? Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho. Okay, yeah. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. A hat? Yipes, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big enough... I would think just one big one... What? I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, reddish shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than physical similarity. Does she also have cactus juice? It'll quench ya. What's this? Nope. A lasso? Look, on the floor! A lasso! Looks like it's set up to trap something. Or someone. A trap here? Wait, I know! Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. Why would a bull be in here? You sure are an active imagination. This swinging door makes this place looks like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch. I'd say it'd be more of a yeah myself. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Like the marshal. Okay, I don't know where to go now. Oh, okay, back here. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Please! Huh? Wasn't that... One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Gumshoe! Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Oh, I'm sorry, Gumshoe. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? Yeah? It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch, pronto. Standing around here talking is going to fill my belly. Right. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. Who is? He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Alright, detention center we go. Still, I do feel bitter about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Just not to go too far down the road right now. Things will just get confusing. The heck was that? What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me? A perpetrator? I'd say I was perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. What? Oh, it's you. You. What was his name again? Meekins, Officer Meekins. Oh my gosh. Hi, greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Officer Meekins. So you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir. How should I say this? Wait, he isn't... Is he? You, Officer Meekins. You didn't... Did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Okay, let us talk. Day of the crime. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Sir! Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir. And so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard in the evidence room. That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I was glad the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person! What are you doing to yourself? What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw Wright. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. And so I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first. Tell us how you hurt your hand. The victim. Well, first we're going to talk about the victim, then we can talk about his hand. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you haven't labeled me as perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim! I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive, and well at that. Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him. Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him. Sir, none. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Bandage hand. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, just tell the truth, sir. When it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were... Huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? When I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. That is some story. What the hell? Okay. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir. That's it! That's it! That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But sir, now I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing! I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Right. Crime details. Can you tell me what it is you do, remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodwin, who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious? Sir, I took the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the look so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodwin to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he put a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I woke, I was here. Right. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Okay. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And the victim whom he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. Huh? And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? We still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time. Detective Good was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I was told to stamp out. It's there, it's me, it's on tape. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I had over my badge, I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. Well, I guess we better go check out the crime scene. Alright, let's go check out the crime scene. Where's the crime scene? Criminal Affairs Department. Oh, we haven't been here in a while. I think. Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's hanging at the Chief of Detectives desk. It's Police Chief Gant. Hi. And you're sure this is all, You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers. Lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The chief of detectives looks a little flustered. I would too. Aha, Righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Anyways, let's talk. Edgeworth. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defense seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, righto? I did? Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court he fixed it, so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. It could be bad for Worthy. What? Evidence room. It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. There? Being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. Twice. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding self-secrets. Can't stand him. But you know. It's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Okay, let's see what we can present. Something. Actually. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21. Better make a note of that just in case. Goodman's lost item. Handwritten document dated 2/21 can only be sent to the chief of police. Oh, well, speaking of chief of police, sure they get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Speaking of chief of police, I have something that I just found. I was wondering, could you take a look at this? Ah, sorry, Righto. I'm through with that stuff, through I say. Go find that guy who can't seem to sit still out there. The busy one. The busy one? Oh, Gumshoe? Either him or the Dancing Blue Badger. Can I talk? Oh, permission to enter. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Righto asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. My god. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry. Did I just hear a gavel? Actually, I'm sorry. I just don't need to risk it after all. Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, Sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It just goes to show you never know until you ask. That's true. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is the detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. Later. It looks pretty cool in my laptop, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Why am I hearing a gavel? We're not in the court. We're not in the courtroom. Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Alright, let's go. Here we go here. And go Boop. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha. Car is turned off, I see. What is that security guard thinking? Ah! Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambino sky so gray? Ah, it's the Marshal. Officer Marshal. Why does it have to be him? I mean, why not? What's that? Why does it have to be him to look for? As you may have surmised, here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest? That's better than Shear's badge of these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. Crime scene's waiting. Looks like the card reads on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to check with you hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Okay. Car station? I was wondering if we could talk to you. Sorry, Bambina. But I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wide prairie. Like a gunslinger loading his 6-shooter, I say a little prayer. The fuck was that? What was that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. Oh yeah, hold on. I forgot we need to give him this. That smell. Reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch? I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Yeah, I know. Alright, let's talk. Car station. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. That poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know. So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Right. Miss Star told us something. She said that you were a detective till 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you? That was my case. It's all sold in the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago. The day of our case. That's right. The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. Security system. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. The card reads a record of every ID card that passes through. Really? Oh, so this is a ID card record. Hey, I've seen this somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina. Can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's somewhere I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Transferal. Do we present something? Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep all the evidence from the solved cases in this room. They're kept here under precise detective supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault in the country sheriff's department. Sorry, county. That's what we call transferal. We do it every Feb. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again, never to be reinvestigated. It happened to us online 2 days ago. But why? Is what I want to know. Okay, I think we can present this one. See this? This is the victim's ID card. The one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number of this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. 5842189, 514. Whose ID card is 7777777? Look at the first number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 514, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the manager to display his ID card. Seriously, okay, yeah, we know this. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Thanks. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people's IDs here. Can we move to the evidence room now? Yes, we can. Ooh. Why is there a car door here? And a fishing pole? It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Looks like a morgue. Graveyard's supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. That's what I said. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. I'm not trying to scare. Hello, Gumshoe! Meek! Whoa. What the fuck? Hello? Oh. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. Oh no. So is it true what I heard? Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police Gant. Although you want $50? Even me? What? Oh, so that's what you're talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of this investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you want to have this. What is it? Scene of the stabbing of the detective and the PD. Okay, let's talk. Boss for a day. So Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're a boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here? You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Haha, of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? Edgeworth. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess it's what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. First lockers. This case is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Well, I'm on my third card since there's the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. Look for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Who's that one then? Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a tricks in the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor. And if the wrong person touches it, zap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my head would be black and smoky every day. In any case, the lockers aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Huh. Okay. What's that? What's good with that? Dun 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 dun. Oh. Detective Goodman's note and a switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprising of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know? 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Like what? Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killing? A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. Hold on, are we on day... No, we're still on day 3. Right? And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight. And started the rumor mill. Rumors? About forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transfer the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So, That switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Interesting. Very, very interesting. That's the victim, Detective Goodman's ID card. He says everything's cards and secret numbers. I could never relax. It's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number too. Scary, huh? My face should be ID enough. What's the world coming to? Detective Gumshoe, rebel against the system. Rebel against the system, sorry. Alright, let's examine real quick. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet the evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathe down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves these evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt into that trench coat either. If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Sorry. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Remember the guy they called was some sort of escape artist and he got away? Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. Better him than us, exactly. I don't think we need to look at these, but we'll look at them. This place is stuffed with evidence. Stuffed with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would? Hey pal, security is high-tech around here. Some sort of bulky equipment is the everything does here. What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is. Ah, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen this somewhere before. Right, pal, that's that metal detector. The one that led to the solving of the case out on Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking box? You can't judge a personal machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. Alright, let's move over. Okay. Oh, there's blood. Alright, let's look at this. Oh, what's this? Blood? It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Miss Wright, what if there are other places that blood stains left in the room? We should use her test to check it out. Alright, let's test it out. Can we use it? Alright, oh, it's over there. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these big pieces. What? Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the stickers on one of the pieces here? Another piece of SL9 evidence. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever was broke. You wanna try to put it back together? Ha! Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Well, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like at the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Ah, okay. This one? Huh? I see. I'm confused. I think it's this one. Okay. And then this one. Nope, this one. Ah, there we go. There's another piece missing. Uh-huh? Well, I think we did it. But some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far 2 and 2 minutes myself. Problem was finishing it. Are some pieces stolen? I read they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. No, it doesn't. It's I kind of understand how it got broken. Stable jar added to the court record. Okay. Okay, I'm... Oh my gosh. Alright, I want to save today's video. Okay, so we're still on day 2, episode 5. Yeah, okay, I want to save today's... I want to end today's video here. And then we'll continue this next week. In the meantime, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!